They also have a nice, strong team fight that can burst one target with the Mortimer's Kisses in the arena. So you have like a multi-faceted game plan that, yeah, there's going to be heroes like Timbersaw that are hard to burst, pretty good against physical damage, that are annoying for a combo like this. But by no means are you like, oh, we lost a lane.
Yeah. I like that Spirit just stick with Collapse on his Mars, though. I mean,
why not?
The way this team's been functioning, he's the person I'd say is least versatile, but he does play his heroes quite well. But it's Blink and Catch. So Slardar, Mars, Axe are the big three right now. Centaur, of course, always viable. But I actually think that's less his style than these killers.
It's interesting they banned the Abatic, because even though it's been incredibly underwhelming so far in the games I've watched it, I think it's only underwhelming because teams are first picking it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, now that you first pick it, we're just not going to pick some all-in combo that you can shield off. But since they already have kind of like an all-in combo, makes sense to ban it.
It's devastating when you get it like third or fourth, because then it's like, okay, well, the safe lane's now a wash. We've just negated that advantage you had, and you have hard save.
Yeah.
So heroes like, let's say, 4-position Mirana, like you just can't play it anymore into a bad, and it just feels terrible.
Interesting bans for PuckChamp, because I think Jug's fine, but PA in lane struggles quite hard against Timbersaw. So I'm surprised they're not. I guess nowadays you always lose lane to Timbersaw, and it's more about like who kills him eventually. And PA does do that once she gets 2 or 3 items.
I think it's just probably one of the better heroes.
Team Spirit also picks a lot of PA.
Yeah, I think PA is just too strong. Oh, you know what it is? It's Blur Ancients, man. I'm telling you, if you remove the ability for PA to just easily clear a 4 or 5 stack Ancients the moment you get Battle Fury, I don't think it's nearly as safe to pick.
Yeah, you'd have to pick another. It's kind of like how Monkey King got Roche removed, and if you pick Slardar, like Tigev talked about the other game where the Slardar allowed the Monkey King to still do Roche. It's like if you pick a hero that then can help the PA clear Ancients, that's fine, but the fact that the hero does it alone,
because it's also safe. It's single hero XP.
Oh, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're getting it all to yourself. Doing something with one hero.
So you skip boots, go from your stack. Now you have treads. Perfect. Bonkers hero. And reach mechanics. You know, heroes like Ursa I think struggle because they need to buy a blink dagger. PA and that's just dead gold.
A PA just doesn't buy Abyssal anymore. You can actually just buy a Basher and not upgrade it. Abyssal's pretty much a dead item if anybody hasn't been watching the patch.
Yeah.
You see Scotty almost every game over an Abyssal. It's a reason why she doesn't need it, and a hero like Faceless Void has gone up a lot. Gyro, here we go, baby. This is the highlight hero of the patch for me. I want to see either Io or Warlock or something like that. Oracle works just fine. Are any of those banned?
Shadow Shaman, Disruptor, perhaps? You're playing against Fuck Timber.
So they could do Snapfire 5, which is fine. I just think Gyro needs a save. He does so much damage, and the only way to eventually deal with Gyro is to kill him before he deals out the damage. He's very similar to Lesh from the safe lane. Like, we see all these Lesh picks from Liquid and other teams that are just picking you with a Batten or Oracle.
Okay.
It's like, just keep the guy alive. He's going to kill everybody.
What do you think just about AA into Sven?
For PuckChamp?
Yeah.
Yeah, AA, we've discussed this. AA is pretty much the hardest conceptual counter to Gyro in the game. The only problem is if you pick it here, they can pick Oracle in response.
And you don't really want to get your third core. Yeah, just take your 4 position, right?
Yeah, pick some Roamer. I'm fine with that.
It's laning with the Timbersaw, so you can get away with almost anything.
Yeah, Earth Spirit's fine.
I like Earth Spirit. Something I can play around Puck mid.
Yeah, anything that breaks coil will give them like a game plan regardless. Tiny Earth Spirit. Yeah. What are you laughing at over there, Cap?
I was thinking, I was like, where does Team Spirit usually play Snapfire? And so I was bringing up their games, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. They haven't played Snapfire in a while. I wonder why that is. And then I looked at their recent matches. They played it 6 times, and they've lost 6 times with it.
Okay.
But it's good to see they've got confidence back in the hero.
Where was it picked?
Where was it picked?
Yeah, like when they were losing. Who was playing it?
Well, let me go through all 6 matches.
Thank you. Might as well do your homework while you're there.
Yeah, the difficulty, I think AA is kind of out. If you were to pick it here, then they just ban the stun setups. So you have to go for a stun setup, and then they're going to ban the AA.
Oracle or Warlock, baby. Team Spirit's been Listening to my draft analysis.
No, they haven't.
That hero is unpicked in an A. That's the analysis I did earlier.
Huh. It's not bad. I think it's good setup for actually, I don't even know. Jakiro's a weird one. I'm a huge fan of the hero, but it's the definition of jack of all trades. Like you shove lanes is pretty okay. You push all right. You've got lockdown, but the hero is just weird. It's sort of like the plot to season 8. It's like I sort of see where this is going, but it's tough to follow.
Monkey King.
I don't like Monkey King at all.
Either.
What the hell?
That's-
You have two really easy. Wait, does Macropire doesn't break?
Does
trees,
not break trees.
but Marina still does.
Yes.
I'm a bit concerned for this gyrocopter. I'd almost like. It's weird. It's weird that they pick gyro into so much kill threat and then they just don't protect it. Maybe their idea is to just buy an early BKB, but a little weird drafts from both teams. I think Team Spirits is easier to execute. They eventually do kill all of these heroes. Mars gets a Yules, and Monkey King and Puck are just food whenever they get caught.
So interesting note. Team Spirit actually haven't played Snapfire, not with this roster anyway. Last time Mapochka played it was back when he was on Yellow Submarine. And Mira, who his competitive history is quite small, so he has actually never played Snapfire.
Wow.
Okay.
So, first game for him, it seems.
Yeah, it looks like
In
it
a
has to be
professional
Forest
match,
since
of
they
course.
picked Jakiro. Jakiro is quite nice against Tusk in lane. Like in theory, you have the attack speed slow to mitigate the tag team.
It's nice to have Ice Path on top of Snowballs as well.
Such a weird Monkey King pick.
Yeah.
They have to wait. They're
I'm
banning
always
Death
afraid.
Prophet 5.
Yeah. The silence and the drain and lane against Mars would be quite nice. With the
Once
Monkey
again, I
King.
think you need to protect the monkey. I'm confused. Like, there's like so much magic. Monkey King is good against all-in commitment physical damage. Like, that's what he's good against because he has Wukong's command and he relies on being point-blank range to do damage. He's bad against long-range magic damage, which is pretty much entirety of Team Spirit's lineup.
Yeah. They need something that, to your point, protects him because otherwise he'll just get ran at. That's a lot of tempo, spirit threatened. Like just the raw magical damage output, AoE. They just use all their spells and 2 heroes are dead.
Oh,
Okay,
Oracle's
so what do you
first
guys
round
mean by
banned.
protect
That
him?
makes so much
What do you
sense.
want to see picked that protects him?
Well, I was thinking Oracle or Abaddon, but those are both
Yeah.
out of the pool.
So you want an actual save hero is what you're saying.
Yeah, Shadow Demon. I mean, I don't love it, but I guess Tusk is okay later. You get Blink Dagger and Snowball him.
Okay. Omni Knight.
I'm actually down for Omni. I'm no Kappa. I'm down for it.
Witch Doctor.
It's nice in lane.
It's good synergy. You got a lot of control.
Nice in lane.
Now you get a last pick mid hero for the man on your screen, Toronto, Tokyo. Banned out TA. I think that's the right choice. Death Prophets also removed by Spirit themselves. Knowing Spirit, this is one of the spirits remaining.
Yeah, I was about to
Storm's
say,
gone, Void Spirit's available.
if you Void Spirit, there's no way they can do Monkey mid and side lane Puck, right?
Even if you did, I don't think Monkey beats Void Spirit anymore.
Okay.
Oh, that's a spicy meatball.
So is that mid Mars now an off lane collapse Bat Rider? It is.
It
That
is
is
indeed.
so dank. And this is why, with the Bat and Oracle gone to BSJ Spawn, why we're saying Omni is just to have a cleanse. You don't have that now. Bat Rider is just king of the map.
He's
This
the
is
hardest
terrifying.
counter conceptually to Monkey King in the entire game.
Yep.
Because you
And
have
Timber.
long range magic damage that pokes him, so you don't have to ever commit. And then once he Wukongs, you can literally drag him out of the Wukongs, and usually he'll die in the duration of it. So my only concern is Bat Rider, the nerfs over the last few patches have hurt his laning stage a lot. They did give him a little bit of base damage and a little bit of move speed in the B and C patches, so they've given him a little bit of love. If he gets past the laning stage, he is going to run over this game.
So that's
Yeah.
what I'm looking for.
I would have preferred it to be mid, to be honest, just because I think you might be able to. Actually, no, you know what? I take that back because he's just gonna cut waves off lane if you
Yeah.
have any trouble. He's gonna farm woods. He's gonna do exactly what he did on the axe. Collapse specialized.
It's not as good on bat, but still
True. I think Mars will do just fine middle. I think they're gonna have the ability to play with a lot of tempo. Timbersaw has to become unkillable for there to be an upset here from PuckChamp.
Okay, so a lot of eyes on melees then
Yeah.
for PuckChamp. He needs to be able to step up and perform. Are you guys at all concerned Team Spirit being outside of their individual players' comfort zone?
I
No?
don't think so. Collapse.
Not at all?
Collapse
Okay.
got a couple hundred games on bat. I'm pretty sure Toronto Tokyo can play Mars. They're gonna be okay.
Okay. Well, just as a comparison, we do have that 34 games of it. He's played 7 of Bat Rider by comparison.
All right, well, yeehaw, we got the Wild West coming out here from Team Spirit. We got lassos, we got, you know, some shotgun riding, everything like that. Purge, is this going to be, you know, the gotcha pick here with the Bat Rider picked up last?
It does look really good. Yeah, I agree with a lot of what everybody else said. It's a very good hero against Monkey King. The Monkey King pick feels a little weird. The Witch Doctor pick also feels weird. They picked it up as their last 5-position hero, but again, Witch Doctor is good against like really tanky heroes, and he's pretty effective against like Gyrocopter, I'd say. But the other 4 heroes on Team Spirit, Witch Doctor doesn't feel that special to me, and so I feel like Witch Doctor is not going to feel like a strong support here. But I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll be wrong. So I definitely like what Team Spirit has going for him.
They definitely are going to be bringing that team fight around.
I feel better already.
For sure, with a lot of combinations and just the lockdown coming out over on the side of Team Spirit. You do have, you know, some people that are, you know, they're strong, you know, they're good within the lanes. You've got the Timbersaw. You definitely have that threat of the fact that Tusk is going to be putting pressure around the map. So what does PuckChamp need to do here to really, you know, solidify a bit of a lead?
I mean, winning lanes is the most obvious that they're going to be concerned about. They need to make sure that Monkey King has a good game and doesn't end up dying in his lane, for example. If Bat Rider can run away with his laning stage and do a really good job, it could be huge. Mira just did if you guys are wondering, he just checking for observer wards, basically running around the tower vision. If there's vision, the tower would attack him. They did figure out approximately where a ward was. We'll see if they get that.
They pinged right on top of it. They know. They will definitely get that D ward, and that's something we've seen fairly common coming out from the side of supports over in Team Spirit, is they do a bit of that hunting early on to make sure that they don't have that vision advantage.
And it actually looks like it's going to be a tri-lane here. Monkey King plus Tusk plus Witch Doctor. This should make the Witch Doctor feel really effective, actually. And this is a smart way to do it, really, because the hero that they can that is a little vulnerable is a Gyrocopter. So if they can hypothetically punish Gyro and kill him a couple times, they'll be in a really good place. Timber versus Bat Rider is a little scary for Timber, but if he gets super shut down and doesn't feel nearly as bad as something like Gyrocopter having a bad time while Monkey King gets ahead.
That is true. The Maposhka, known for, you know, having nice positioning, especially on saving supports, is going to have to be very careful here in this bottom lane.
Be a little careful, right? But Jakiro's actually pretty good against tag team because he lowers attack speed of multiple people. So despite like the accelerated damage from tag team, he should be able to cover his team if he's not too out of position. And now it's just going to rotate into a tri-lane versus tri-lane situation. Yeah, the Snapfire rotated back to the bot lane now. Will Shredder should be fine here. It'll work pretty cool with Flat Cannon as well. So even if Gyrocopter's somebody else, it should be okay. Kind of an interesting lane setup. The tri-lane versus dual lane looked good. I don't know about tri-lane versus tri-lane though. That feels a little bit harder for Puck, because then the Monkey King feels like a little bit more of a vulnerability to me. But it all kind of depends on camp maneuvering. Couple sentries now burned. Large camp will be blocked with the sentry, and the small camp is unblocked now. So if they can't block that small camp, they might have a little bit of trouble here.
I mean, the other thing you have to keep in mind too is you do have 2 ranged, well, actually 3 ranged right here in this bottom lane, which makes things even more difficult for Krylat to even go close to lane. And if, you know, the Colossus is a little bit out of position here, he is going to suffer. But, you know, the name of the game here really coming out from PuckChamp, like you said, is put pressure on YATORO, make sure that he's not having the time of his life, that he doesn't get the chance to accelerate. And they are putting the pressure down, but can they get the kills to help secure it, right? Oh, this will be, oh, okay, Astral just not interested in that courier.
Yeah, he was blocking the small camp. That was a little bit more important here. He wants to make sure that his opponents don't get lane equilibrium, and that way it can sit in a good place for Monkey King. It's currently last hitting as well as Gyrocopter, about the same right now. So mid lane, Toronto Tokyo doing about the same as Puck, maybe a little bit better actually. He's got a whole nother creep wave to kill. And in the off lane, Batrider at 8-1, Timber at 10-2, so pretty much equal there as well. So no major kills just yet. And Batrider did start boots first, expecting some supports to deal with. As a result, his items aren't exactly ideal against the Timber. Here comes the fight bot.
I mean, it's a nice play there, but again, you need to put out more damage really over onto YATORO. He's gonna, you know, take a decent amount, but it's very difficult when you consider everything that they've got coming out from Spirit as well. My question for you, Purge, is what's... With the Timber stall, right? I've always been told, I think actually it was Blitz who told me this like a long time ago, but you know, a Timber is a sort of a hero that eats up space, right? He makes space, but he also eats up space. And then you've also got a Batrider, right? So you've got this Batrider who's gonna be able to hold that thought 1 second, cookie hop forward. This is gonna be our first blood. And it's gonna go over to Mira. But yeah, you know, what's better, to have your Timber stall getting free farm or your Batrider getting like uncontested farm here?
You could probably argue Timber because Timber's just a stronger hero right now, and things like Lasso just don't feel quite as strong in terms of team fight impact if you don't kill somebody right away. But it's a really good game for Batrider this game, so I don't think it's terrible for them to go about even hit. Normally with Timber, you want to like win a lane that's very difficult, or you kind of pressure the lane, kind of like Centaurs do with Vanguards, because you just are a threat. You're constantly pressuring, that kind of a thing. But it might not feel the same because it's a 1v1 and because Timber's in the safe lane. So, and there's not really that many strength heroes on Team Spirit anyways. It'll be good against Mars for burst damage, but once Gyro gets BKB, I don't think he really cares about Timber much. So.
Okay. All right. That bottle over here on the Puck. He's got 1 camp stacked over here on the side. I'd be interested to see how many camps we get stacked here for the Gyrocopter. The bottom lane, though, Astral just a little bit too aggressive again. He's going to get punished for this. And they might actually try to go and punish the Collis over here as well. Cookie hop forward, leap over at the Krylat. He manages to dodge a little bit of that damage, but still will get stunned up. And they've got the little shredder. They're doing so much. Krylat doesn't have anyone to tank up this damage. This tri-lane's a disaster at this point, Purge.
Yeah, let's look at it. Gyrocopter did a slightly different skill build here. He didn't get Flak Cannon, which didn't push the wave, but now he's got 2 points in Rocket Barrage instantly at level 3. Normally this gets delayed a bit depending on the player.
Nice.
A huge amount of damage. He got him, huh?
Yes, he did. What did they say? He's got like 3 games of Batrider under his belt? 7, sorry. But, you know, he can play Batrider, clearly.
Again, it's a hard lane for Timbersaw. If you get too many napalm stacks and he chases you down, in this case, he's got him.
He's had a lot of stacks on him the entire time. I think last time we popped up there, it was like 5 stacks. So it's just a bit of a struggle there for the Timber.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy. Boots can help, of course, but he needed these other items as well. So, relied a lot on Timber Chain to get last hits because it's a lot safer than right-clicking. You don't have to spend as much time on top of the Batrider, and you can't just abuse the reactive armor because there's a lot of magic damage if Batrider does use Firefly. So.
All right, how do they recover here? Because PuckChamp has lost 2 lanes at this point.
I mean, they haven't gotten a kill yet, you're right, but the network difference is really close still, so the game is not lost, absolutely. Get kills, they've got level 2 Maledict. Difficult to kill Gyro at this point. He's got a ton of armor, which is already really effective against tag team, and good against Monkey King too, frankly. But they could kill Mars potentially. That maybe be a solution.
Oh, they killed the Collis instead here.
Yeah, Witch Doctor just not quite safe here. It's a little vulnerable.
It's very vulnerable. You know, it's difficult. There's a lot of slows. You got the cookie hop coming out from Mira. Perhaps, you know, Desperate can make a rotation though. Try to, you know, find some sort of pick off, perhaps, once he gets to that 6. He does have the 6 online.
I mean, it could work, but Monkey's really behind now. He's not even level 4 yet. Gyro's about to hit 5, so they're losing this lane experience-wise, but I don't know, maybe he can catch up in levels, but...
Didn't say it was going to be easy. I'm just trying to find, you know, the option here. They do have to be careful, though. They'll collapse, starting to stack up these stacks of sticky over onto melees. And there is a Tusk making a rotation here, too. Collapse will just back off. Go and push out the creep wave here. They're going to make a move there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they get the shards off. He doesn't have any way to try to fight through this, although he gets the last of the hold him into place just long enough, and actually Collapse will survive. They get the kill on Astral, and now they turn their attention here to Melees. He wants that kill Collapse, and he will find it, but you have many people here that have made this rotation. They're waiting patiently. They want this kill. Mira. There's a nice spear forward. Can they finish off Melees? He's very, very taken at the bottom lane too. You're seeing that the Dream Coil does get dropped, and Melees just has all the tools in his kit here. Looks like he might actually survive this as YATORO on the bottom lane. He is going to tick down, it looks like, over here. One more hit. Down goes YATORO.
Hey, not bad at all for PuckChamp. Great moments there. The anti-synergy between Timber and Tusk was real there. If you throw Chakram to deal damage, then you can't right-click and get tag team damage. So they struggled a little bit to finish off the Barrett. But the fact that he was able to get the kill and survive is insanely good for Melees. Huge recovery with that kill, and they killed Jar at the same time. Even though the gold did go to Witch Doctor, still a great moment for PuckChamp.
Astral's just running circles right now around Toronto, Tokyo. Not able to land that spear. But yeah, very nicely done. You know, it's you see the vulnerability and an opportunity in that bottom lane. Try to get something here for your. Uh-oh, this is looking like a dead Miposhka here. Got the orb forward. He's just click. Yeah, no, with that. Actually, with the one charges, I think he's actually. It's like very close. Yeah.
If not for Raindrop, he definitely dies. Plug Orb would have shredded him and basically it would have all been amplified by Maledict. So good to pick up the Raindrop this early. It's used a couple charges, but hey, for Friends of Death.
Palace is trying to get whatever he can here as he walks by the mid lane.
Net worths look pretty fine actually, and somehow Monkey is ahead of Gyrocopter. He's got more last hits at this point, about 10 more actually. Gyro's been, after getting that kill in lane, he just hasn't felt as safe against Monkey, because Monkey has Treads and Orb of Venom now. So if he's in a 1v1, it's actually kind of scary. He could easily get out regen traded and then feel zoned. So instead, they're going to wait till the supports come in. Miposhka will show on the wave. But here comes the smoke top.
Yeah, they want to make another play here on Collapse. There's no trees tied behind, so they do have to be careful, keep a good berth here. Follow with the snowball, Timber Chain through, the Maledict, a couple bounces here with the cask and the Chakram. Mars was considering coming up, but he's got to change his mind here, so they will just hold this Timber Saw into place, try to drag him away. Collapse still alive, just barely staying alive. This is YATORO makes his own rotation to this top lane. They're looking to see if they can find anything. Ducalis is going to be able to teleport out. Yes, he is. Chases out over here on the side. Melee's running for his life over here. And it looks like how the spear, they're just not connecting over here for Tokyo. So he uses the arena to no avail. Desperate now over on the back lines. Still alive, very healthy. He's thinking about jumping back in here over on YATORO. He's underneath this tower. This feels really bad when your position one is being dope, and he's not looking too healthy. He's going to try to go for the call, then he'll fall. Talon over on the side here from Miposhka, trying to hold him into place. Desperate, trying to run away, and it's going to be Collapse who collect the kill, and they'll be able to grab Astral. Melee's here taking a bit of a bath, and all this Firefly does have all the tools in his kit, though, to try to run away right now. They're not able to pin him into place. 3 stacks of Sticky going back in on Collapse. This is not looking good for our friend. The dogs come out, the Malediction gets tossed, and they'll find the kill.
Miposhka has not died yet, but it's really hard to land your abilities when everyone's this mobile, and Melees is doing such an amazing job here with the Fated Roach as well. He's just fast, he's dealing damage, he's got his hood finished. He's making Batrider look like a bit of a liability now. Incredible games from PuckChamp. Last 5 minutes.
Dream Coil gets used on Mira. They have the stun coming out from the Witch Doctor. They've got the Malediction, and Mira sitting solo. He's gonna try to teleport home. He's gonna make it in time. Looks like he will, even using a Fairy Fire to help secure that.
That was perfectly played. Saves the magic after the Maledict to help make sure that any damage he takes after Maledict will be offset with the heal, and then the instant TP back knowing that the Dream Coil is broken. And there's another example. Puck's Dream Coil didn't get nerfed. That would have been a kill. So the nerfed the Puck is hurting him a bit in these early rotations.
Still very, very popular, though, despite the fact that there was the nerf. I guess that's because it's an early skirmisher, right? The fact that it's a low cooldown kind of makes things happen.
Yeah, it's a strong laner, gets around the map very well. It's pretty evasive, so kind of solves a lot of problems. The long duration route's obviously amazing as well against a lot of heroes. So. But right now, not looking the best for Team Spirit. YATORO he's behind. His net worth is suffering a bit. He doesn't have as much like lane stability power. So, and Monkey King just hasn't left the bot lane basically, except for like 1 or 2 rotations. So, Krylat's been getting more net worth. YATORO's gonna have to catch up, but I thought that he would have a more stabilized laning stage, but it's not feeling like it right now.
Yeah, you know, you gotta hand it to PuckChamp here because, you know, early on it was looking rough for them. They had lost the Timbersaw on the top lane, Solo to collapse, and of course the bottom lane, Astral just maybe a little bit too aggressive, but they've turned this back around as the snowball does come out here over from Astral. They have the lasso. Looks like they're gonna commit to it as they drag him right back. They don't even need any help. Although Mira being around will allow him to get a little bit of that shared bounty. I want to see more stacks. Do we have more stacks?
The problem is that stacks aren't even that good on the Team Spirit side. Like, Batrider can clear them, for sure, but Gyro doesn't have that many flat cannons yet. He doesn't have much raw damage yet. Like, Mars can do stacks, I guess, too, but they just don't have quite the same lineup here for making that work. So the tri-lane looked a little bit iffy for PuckChamp, but like, then all the fights afterwards, basically led by Melees, just completely went their favor. They're behind in kills by 5, but they have a net worth advantage. Like, it doesn't make sense, but they've just been farming better, and Team Spirit has had to like react to these not ideal laning setups.
Well, they're looking to make some reactions here in the top lane as they'll immediately open up with the arena, the spear over into the wall, followed up with the Macropie. They have everything, just trying to take down this Timbersaw. Even using the Dream Coil doesn't quite connect there with that chain, but Maposhka does go down on the back lines here. The Witch Doctor getting off a big ulti, but not enough damage over here on the side as they do manage to take down Takalis. The hunt is on now. They want Krylat. They can't afford to lose Krylat here. Spear comes through from Toronto, Tokyo, and they'll take down the Monkey King. Desperate. I think he's fine here. He's gonna back off.
Okay. Well, that was just PuckChamp making mistakes now. Great initiation. They get everything onto the Timbersaw. It looked like he was going to live, actually, but the Timber Chain he threw out, the tree was broken or something like that. I don't think somebody cut it down or anything, but
didn't quite connect.
Like he almost was going to live. It was really close.
They used a lot on him, too. Like, all the magic damage that Maposhka could possibly dump out.
They had to, though. If they didn't put everything into him, then he stays in that lane, keeps it alive. This tower doesn't die. They don't open up the map. By getting that kill and now the tower, it gives a lot of space for Gyrocopter. Makes me feel a lot more confident with his net worth as the game continues.
All right. Well, next up on the agenda here for Desperate is, of course, the Blink Dagger. Wants to be able to initiate or, you know, re-engage if necessary. And, they tried to make moves on YATORO here. They should be able to start up with the cast. He immediately backs off, though, from the creep wave, and they do have the shards of everything here, so they'll be able to take out the Gyrocopter. But while this is going on, pressure being placed over on the mid tower. So Team Spirit continues to try to be as efficient as possible.
Doing good. Lots of damage to the tower, at least, but yeah, there's the Witch Doctor against the Gyrocopter. It's really effective to play Witch Doctor in that circumstance. You're going to get your combo off. Maledict is good against him. Collapse wants this kill here.
He's got to get a lot of stacks off. It does manage to drag back through the Firefly. A couple more stacks. Melee's not looking too healthy. Look at this. Collapse realizing that he's going to want to go over to that tree line immediately, just murdering Melee's. Another solo kill here for the Batrider. And a Blink Dagger completed. Woo.
Just didn't press it, or yeah, he probably still would have.
Oh, this does not. Oh, Desperate. Oh, that is a dead puck. Ice Path barely connects over here. They've got the Mortimer's Kisses to Kalis. That is going to take a lot of voodoo restoration to save that man's life, and he does not have it.
Yeah, good kill. Good catch. The puck kill was huge. They saw him moving over with the wards, so I guess he just either was looking the wrong way or they threw the spear from the high ground. Now
Yeah.
he goes in.
Krylat wants this. Immediately dropping there from Pushka, putting out the Macropire. Nice Ice Path over to 3. Spear right back over behind the tower. Astral running for his life. Melee is kind of chunking through. They do have the snowball buys, just a little bit more time, but they're going right back in again, and it feels like they're going back into their death here. Purges. They'll take down Astral. Krylat running for his life. He's gonna go, and then Desperate following up with the Dream Coil here. Is trying to get the Wind Grip. Maybe, oh, yeah, they'll be able to take down YATORO. They should be able to take down Mira as well. So the response coming out from the side of PuckChamp is very, very fast. Look at this. Melee's. He wants more. He's going in after Toronto, Tokyo. He just gets speared right back again. He says, you know, I'm gonna make you voice your fears right back over to a tree. But now they can possibly put some damage on this mid tower if they want.
Yeah, that was a really fun skirmish to see. Monkey King's ulti was maybe the weakest play that they did there, but
oh, these ice paths from Maposhka. I mean, he's a Jakiro spammer, but look at this. An immediate, the blink forward here, gonna force Melee's out.
Really nicely done. Ooh, I love this. Collapses build. I was theory crafting this the other day. The shard on Batrider does insane numbers of damage. Gives you 2 flame break charges, and it applies sticky napalm.
Ooh.
So I did the math, and I think it was something like if you use napalm once and then hit him with a flame break, it does like 500 AoE damage or something.
Oh, wow.
It's like really big. So if you do like 2 or 3 napalms and then throw it out, it is like insane amounts of damage. I believe it stacks as well, or it adds to the duration basically. So you can have it tick for like 16 seconds or something. So he's going Octarine, Aether Lens first, of course, and then he's going to buy the shard, and he's going to throw the flame break stacks out constantly. It's going to look like Beastmaster X, guys. I swear to God. It's going to
But
be
with fire.
I haven't tried it, but on paper it looks amazing.
Well, that is, you know, you are the industry's theory crafter here, sir. So I will take your word for it. I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, the axeless axes of collapse here. At the setup here over onto Krylat. Immediately binned off, and look at all this magic damage. It's too much. He can't deal with it. Melee stuck within the arena now. Couple more of these Mortimer kisses coming out. Tokyo says, I'm going to try and teleport away, but he didn't account for the fact that they have the Yules. They've got the follow-up. The Ice Path coming in from Maposhka. Try and buy him just a little bit more time. He is stunned up, and a big old punch coming out from Astral will ensure that they get the kill, but perhaps Melee has gone a bit far. The cookie hop forward. They need just a little bit more damage, and they have it. And there is a kill going over towards Maposhka. Dukalis now. Oh, they're just hemorrhaging kills now, Purge.
Dude, Collapse is so good. He's so ready at all moments. I do love the lineup for Team Spirit. It's cool to see how good the synergy is. If Mars gets an ulti on anybody, there's a Macro Pyre, which is super free, easy damage. They've got Mortimer's Kisses. They have all this follow claps control this time, maybe.
No, he just yoinked that rune, dude. He's dead, but there's no double damage for Desperate. He's got to be pretty mad about that.
A lot of gold going to Astral, though. Almost 500, which is basically going to finish his Solar Crest here. Very nice for the Monkey King. Monkey King's still looking like a vulnerability, actually. I mean, the last couple fights, he hasn't looked as strong as Gyro. That's one of the downsides to Monkey King, is that Gyro can just show up, call down, and feel good. Monkey King hasn't had that same value, but once he gets BKB, he'll feel a lot stronger.
I just feel so hard for him, too. Like, the fact he teleports, or he wasn't even teleporting, he was at his tower. And then all of a sudden, surprise, Tokyo's here, Maposhka. Okay, they find their target over on the back lines. It's YATORO. Good Ice Path buys just a little bit more time, but still going to be a kill going over to Desperate. Poshka gets Dream coiled up. Desperate doesn't seem like he wants to commit on this. They're happy with the kill that they found. Is over here, over in the mid lane, Tokyo. Trees are cut down. There's nothing for him to pin against you, but he's still going to go for the arena. Pin over to the walls. He makes his own version here. As now you can see they'll be able to go take down Dukalis. Krylat following up. They'll get the kill on to Collapse. A couple of these Mortimer kisses coming in hot, but they just don't have anything to hold them into place. Now Mira might be in trouble here. It's the Timber Chain coming out from melees. It's a couple of these hits. I'm trying to lower some of that armor. Gets Cookie Hop. Nice Ice Path coming out again from Maposhka. Tokyo. He's back here though. He's looking, waiting patiently. Has his eyes over here on Astral. Should be able to get enough damage, although the snowball comes out. Buys a little bit more time. YATORO still looking for this opening. This is gonna be a dead Astral though.
All right, this game's pretty crazy so far.
I love it.
Kills at 20 minutes. It's been really fun, and it's going back and forth so even, so it just makes it even more enjoyable to watch. But yeah, Maposhka has been landing insane ice paths and spells, but great reactions as well from PuckChamp largely. Dives look mostly good. Collapse making the biggest mistakes of that fight. He died before this engagement. TP's in, dies almost immediately afterwards. It looked like it was good for him to go in, but Puck and the Monkey ulti just absolutely dumpstering him here. And Mira's ultimate looked pretty good on paper, but you know, there's no other disable follow-up that would have been really dangerous for Tusk and Monkey King otherwise. Did a good job defending each other. In the live game, they're smoking and they're getting ready to take another fight, but they got a little bit of time till that engages. Yeah,
but did they not even get the tower off of that? Did they just dive after like bloodlusted? Yeah, they were bloodlusted. They wanted those heroes.
Yeah,
I guess I shouldn't say bloodlust. That's a spell, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, they don't have good tower hitters on their side. Actually, it's one of their weaknesses until they get like Monkey Axe or something, which is far away.
Yep.
Yeah, no good tower hitters. Flamethrower. They can get flamethrower later.
That's true. That is a great shard there.
Let's go and shard next. I'm pretty excited. 200 gold. Quick to see it work.
How disappointed are you going to be if it doesn't work, though, Purge?
I mean, the biggest problem is that people are going to have BKBs and Yules and stuff, so they can dispel it, but or Snowball protect them. But he can knock Monkey King out of his ulti, for example.
That is true.
Stuff like that could be really effective.
That would be sick. All right, they're protecting Krylat over here in the top lane. Dekalis and Astral sitting nearby, just buffing up the monkey as much as they can. Oh, actually, they're buffing up melees over here. Do they try to make anything happen, though, is the question. Like, it's going to back off. They're going to continue to farm up. They do have some ward-on-ward action over here on the side.
It's basically just a little difficult for Team Spirit to initiate right now. Mars went for a fast Yules, which is a normal build, but he's not going to go BKB, or he's not going to go Blink next because he needs BKB so bad. Because otherwise, it's just too dangerous to initiate. If he blinks in, he's going to die every time against like Maledict especially. So basically, they have to have their opponents come to them unless Batroda can get a lasso, who does have a Blink Dagger, by the way. He does have the shard as well.
All right, well, looks like it might be go time here on the side of Team Spirit. They have a nice ward, though. We'll immediately spot them out. Blink forward here, coming out from Collapse, hoping that perhaps he can grab someone, but they're just a little bit too fast here. And I'd be interesting. Do they go in here? You can see that PuckChamp's making their way over. Tree Dance doing a bit of scouting. They stick around, perhaps.
Nice wards. The Tinker one on the bottom spotted. Batroda rotating to the bot lane. I mean, it's difficult to find those kills sometimes. Batroda has really bad day vision to make the hero a little bit less effective for some of those chases. As a result, they didn't get a spot on Melee. So Melee's able to take the tower on the top lane now. Their second tower, I guess. Congrats to them. And they're gonna go on Poshka here.
Stun landing with the silence. They'll just blow up that Jakiro. Easy peasy.
And they've got BKB and Monkey King now, so they can finally force towers semi-safely. But
the Lotus helps too. That's pretty nice.
was the Lotus?
The Timber just picked up the Lotus as well. They're gonna go into the pit though. Try to secure themselves this Roche. As you can see, Team Spirit not really that close in the vicinity. Plus having that Solar Crest, this Roche is gonna go down pretty fast. But look at Dekalis, his positioning here. EKB completed now for Gyro. But they still don't have a push. I'm not sure if they want to try to go for this. Toronto Tokyo also making his way over. They'll throw out the Mortimer's Kisses. Some of the flag coming out here over onto the calls to get the call down. Do they have the Vision? They don't quite have it though, although there it is. There's the head collapse over on the back line. Melee's already picking up that Aegis. It looks like he's going to lose it fairly quickly here though, as he's pinned up to the wall, and all that armor is removed by Mira. So Timbersaw coming back up again. They need to pin him in place. There it is, a beautiful ice path holding down. The Lotus Orb, of course, is very nice, but it's not looking like it's going to be the savior here for Melee's. Although high ground, one more hit needs to come in hot here, and it's Collapse who gets the kill.
Really nice by Collapse. He jumps in, he lassos the Monkey and he pulls him out of the Roche pit, making sure that his ultimate is instantly interrupted. Monkey King without ultimate just doesn't feel nearly as strong, even if he is magic immune. So that basically gave them the time to pick up the support kills. Aegis was forced to be picked up by a different hero, the Timber, instead of the Monkey King, and now pushing towers is just going to feel a lot worse for PuckChamp. It was a good attempt, but they just killed it a little too slowly. Ooh. They
knocked down the Monkey. I don't think they're ready to... I don't know.
It looked like it did.
Yeah, it did. That's another bonus here. Okay, they're gonna make this opening here. They have the Yules. They do manage to stun up Toronto Tokyo. Oh, the push back here. Nah. They're not hard committing yet. No arena, of course, available during that, or else I think that was what they're afraid of, right?
Yeah, for sure. He just wasn't. Here's the...
Yeah.
Okay, it looked like what happened was it pushed the range creep
into the tree.
The range creep was into the tree, and there's basically coding that makes sure range creeps can't get caught in trees like that.
So
that's what killed the tree.
Okay. Huh.
It was really specific.
Clearly, the creeps are betrayers here. You know.
Yeah. I'm sure that was just a skill shot he made on purpose. Knock the range creep to.
He's that good, guys. Oh my god.
He did that on purpose. That's like actually bonkers insane.
That'd be cool.
Right directly on the tree. If he was behind it or something, it probably wouldn't even destroy the tree.
Down to Tokyo.
See the ward.
On the hunt here. You can see 3 heroes over on the side of PuckChamp. Just some warding wars here. Another nice ice path here from Aposhka. They're not really ready to get in there just yet. YATORO will blink away a little bit. All right, there it is. There's the lasso, the drag back here into the call down. That's a dead Melee, so you don't have to worry about him. He's gonna buy back. Desperate also dying during all of this. The snowball coming in hot here from Astral, trying to keep them alive just a little bit long. BKB coming out though. Krylat, he's on the run. As they'll turn back around. He's taken so much damage, but he's got the Lotus, he's got the BKB. They're looking to grab anyone else's Astro over here. He just takes down so much damage coming up from Collapse. It is a kill. And Desperate. Oh no, he's still having a fall next. A BKB coming out over here. As it just going down over here on melees, waiting patiently, looking for the shield bed, looking for a way to just remove that armor as they get the kill onto Kalos on the back lines. This monkey is running for his life because there is a Bat Rider looking to cut down your trees, make a forest fire, and set it all ablaze. Oh, and he finds them over here. Can he get this though? Boundless buys him a bit more time. It's a bit silly considering. Oh, look, he's trying. He doesn't have anything though.
No more stuns. Good attempt though. His team didn't believe in him. They're like, oh, we're just going high ground. We just killed like 8 heroes or something. Like, obviously, we're gonna go hit buildings. So that's where they go. High ground hitting the tier 3. Monkey King does still have ulti, but no BKB for 18. Very difficult for him to stop this. They'll get some damage in. They're going to back. That was still amazing for Team Spirit. They basically just waited until Lotus Orb was done on Timber. They initiated on him. They bursted him down. He didn't have that many reactive armor stacks, I think. Or it was just a lot of magic damage. And then it was just kind of like PuckChamp making poor decisions. Like Monkey King jumping in with BKB without casting ulti first. It was just a fight they probably needed to disengage from and reset for a better initiation. But in that circumstance, Bat Rider really paying off. The lasso is perfect in that circumstance.
So one of those situations, and again, I don't know what their comms look like over on the side of PuckChamp, where it just feels like someone's saying like, no, we can do this, but another person's like, no, we should back off. Like, do you think it's a communication issue?
It's possible. Yeah, it could be they're not talking, or one of them sees an opportunity, or they feel like they have to go in because he got lassoed, and then at that point they've already committed by pressing BKB, so then they really feel like they have to go in because then they're gonna miss their timing. It could be lots of different things, but these less experienced teams, especially, they're gonna run into these problems more often than not. There's a smoke invasion by Team Spirit, though.
It's a good thing we have the DPC to give them this time to learn and do all sorts of things, but Desperate not having any time here as he's immediately just blown up. But they do realize that means YATORO is alone. BKB comes out, they'll turn right back around again to get the call down. Astral running for his life here, does have that little missile coming right for his face, so he will fall over on the back lines to Maposhka, finding this nice opening onto Kalos. It is a double kill now for YATORO.
That move is so cool. They left Gyro by himself. BKB.
Arena?
Press it.
Krylat? Krylat, you have to hit your... Monkey.
I don't know what he was expecting. Maybe he's trying to mischief dodge. Maybe he didn't think he would die there, but this is mid Mars. He's got over corrosion and he has an enchanted quiver. That's part of the reason Puck died so fast, because his God's Rebuke does 300 bonus magic damage with every hit with that initiation there. So he just got bursted from half HP. He even had Nether Shawl too, so he's not squishy, but he just took way too much damage from Mars. He thought he could get out of that.
Too greedy.
Using BKB.
You know, we talk about, you know, these younger player sort of things where they just don't press their BKB. They figure, oh, I can outplay it, or, you know, there's not enough damage, but that was very costly for them as they'll lose both the racks here.
It really was costly. I kind of like what Mars is doing with the skill build here. He just left Bulwark at one point. I think this actually makes a lot of sense. Like, Bulwark as a skill doesn't feel that amazing later on. Instead, he's picked up 3 extra points of attributes. That's +6 all stat. It's not that much, but I'm definitely seeing a lot more players, especially in this series, just play around with stats a little bit more. Gyro went for 1 attribute point early at like level 8, I think. So, you know, here and there, some players think it's valuable to get.
And what a throwback, though. Like, remember the days of, like, you know, taking a Warlock mid, just putting all your points and stats and just running around Shadow Fiends?
Heal and stats. That's all you'd get. 4 points in the heal, and you'd have like a lot of HP for your support. Bane was the same. You'd go all brain sap and stats. You're like Nightmare, maybe 1 point. But then you just, because it's all about just winning lanes and being as tanky as possible. But these days you can get a lot more HP for cheaper costs, so it's not as necessary. Your skill points are just more important.
God bless the fluffy hat.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it feels like the fight's going to be coming to PuckChamp soon. They're trying to get into some favorable positions. They do have a ward over here on the side. They saw them grouped up just a little bit on the side of PuckChamp. Got the Octarine completed. You've got... How are you liking this flame break so far, Purge, by the way? I know you're very excited for it.
Pretty. I mean, we saw that the Tusk die. It's a huge amount of damage. If you flame break one guy twice, that's 2 napalm stacks. Plus, like, you can cast at least 1 napalm in that meantime. So, like, they're taking an extra 90 damage per tick. It's kind of crazy. It's like 100 damage per tick for like 16 seconds. That's like 1600 damage. It's insane if they don't have a dispel. So against Tusk, really useful in that circumstance. And it's going to be useful right now too. Watch.
Hello, DeCarlos.
Never mind. You overshot that one a little.
He heard you talk about it. He's like, oh, I'm going to prove Purge wrong.
Yeah, but it's pretty low cooldown. You can throw these constantly. You can kill creep waves with it. That's maybe one of the better parts as well. Actually, normally you have to use like Firefly to kill a creep wave. Here it is. The shot.
Oh, too far. Overshot it just a little bit.
I think he didn't have detection anyway, so even if he wouldn't, it doesn't interrupt TP or anything, so it's not a huge deal. But that's a live game.
Yeah, and that's a dead Timbersaw in the live game as well. That's a problem. That is your big tanky boy, and they managed to go and they find Desperate again here with the double damage of our Toronto Token. Is he gonna get Astral as well? The GG branch gets dropped down here. One more hit, the shards buy him a little bit more time, but Toronto Tokyo wants that blood.
1100 damage
Krylat?
crit.
Oh, do they know? Krylat.
Too late. He needed to be there like a second earlier.
Oh my god. All right, Tokyo. Calm down. Chill, bro. This is bullying. We literally have a thing from the Any Key group saying you shouldn't bully.
Game's like over basically. They're in pure force.
Yeah, they're done. They realize that they've got everything that they need here. Jump forward again. Toronto Tokyo would like to pad those stats. They should be able to get an ultra kill now. Monkey on the back lines. This is the desperation push here. The BKB. Can they take down Beer? It's looking like they'll be able to find it, but Toronto Tokyo is just a big, scary Mars. And he'll kill Astral. They still would love Krylat. They've already called GG, but they just want that extra kill. You can see he's pretty freaking happy here.
Dude, that's like the best Mars performance I've seen in a long time. He got every item he wanted. He had what was that? The Enchanted Quiver for Magic